Hey loves, welcome back to my channel, and for those of you who are new, my name is Nikki and nice to meet you. Welcome to my channel. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Today we're going to be doing a makeup recreation slash tutorial of this look that I saw on Nikita Dragun's Snapchat story. It literally was such a feminine, beautiful look that I not only screenshotted it, but remembered that I wanted to film this look. Like months after she had posted it or whatever. So really this look is mainly focused on the eyes, lips, and kind of like the cheek area because those are the things that really make this look come together. But I really hope you guys enjoy this look, and let's go ahead and jump in. Okay guys, so I have one eye pretty much completed. Obviously it doesn't have lashes, but I love to show you guys my looks without lashes anyway. But this is a look that is inspired by a picture that Nikita Dragun posted on her Snapchat story. I'm going to insert it right here for you guys. I think it looks beautiful. Obviously I don't have pink hair, so like it's going to look a little different, the entire look. But it was beautiful, and I think really it was such a simple eye look, and it was so classic, and honestly every look is different for every person. So like I think her inner corner was extended a little bit more. But I also didn't want to make it too dramatic or like close my eyes off too much. So we're going to see how that looks. But it's like the softest cut crease cat eye ever to exist. Like it is so soft, and recreating it I was like, okay, don't go overboard, don't go overboard, don't go overboard. But it is like the most subtle little line of like, hey, like this is really a feminine look. So, and I think Nikita Dragun does like femininity so beautifully. So let's go ahead and jump in, and so I can show you guys how to get this look. So I already have my concealer here, and I'm just making sure that it is like not creased or anything. And really I didn't have a palette that was like perfect in my opinion. Ideally I would have picked from a bunch of palettes, but basically we're going to try to stick to one. So this is the Profusion Siennas palette, and really what you need for this look is like a nice soft brown, you need a nice matte white, a shimmery white for the inner corner, which I haven't done yet, and yeah, like I'll go through with it for you guys and I'll explain everything. And I also recommend using a bronzer shade. That's most of what is in my crease anyway. Alright guys, so I noticed my lash was drying, so I went ahead and popped it on, and I can't even tell you guys what lashes these are because honestly I freaking throw my lashes everywhere. But they are drugstore. But basically you want to pick a lash that flares outward. You see how this lash kind of extends here in the outer corner, and like basically it's going to create this really nice like accentuated effect. So you want the longest part of your lash to be on the outer part of the eye. Also I noticed in Nikita's photo that her eyes do swoop up like this, and not only is that her like winged eyeliner, but it's also the lashes that she's wearing that's giving her that effect. So whatever lashes you do choose to wear for this look, like I would try to find something that accentuates the outer part of your eye. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm just going to take a large fluffy brush. This one is the BH Cosmetics BH Studio Pro 16 brush, and I'm going to take my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I'm starting to basically just pop this bronzer in my crease super lightly, and I'm also going to kind of like flick it up and out so that it like kind of goes like this, but it's so subtle that like really you barely see it in the finished look. But it is, this look, it's beautiful because of its subtle hints. So like it really looks such a simple look, and it is, but you have to, probably the most important thing to do in this look is make sure that you don't go overboard. So as I'm applying this, I was very subtle. So like that's literally all I did. You can see even like looking at my eye without anything else, you see that it kind of like swoops upward, and that is because of the motion that I did here, where I kind of like went like this. Next, what I'm going to do is also highlight my brow bone. I feel like this look is very much about shading and light. So I'm going to take the shade Polite, which is a nice matte white. And by the way, this palette is like $10 at Walmart, and it comes with a brush. But if you can't find it, or you don't want to buy another palette, I'm sure that you can find a palette that does this, or find something very similar in your collection. I really think that you can even achieve this look with a bronzer, like a face powder, you know, whatever. Like I almost used my like face powder to highlight my brow bone with, but then I was like, okay, no, like let's use a palette. So you have lots of options. You don't need a full palette for this look. It's very simple. So next I would take a brush that was like small. I don't have a name or number for this brush. I literally think I bought it on eBay or something like that because it's like, I have no idea what this is. But it's flat like this, and then it gets thin, but it's also very, very fluffy. You could also just use like a really small, like little tapered brush. But basically what you're going to want to do is take like a bronzy shade and accentuate that same pattern a little bit more, but more precise. So I'm going to take the shade Oasis in this palette. It is this one right here. It's the shade Oasis. I love that this palette has names, by the way. I also really like the shade Cryptic. I think it's very similar. So you can kind of bounce between these two, or if you have a deeper skin tone, like this palette has options if you do choose to use this one. But I'm going to use the shade Oasis. And basically I'm going right above my crease and creating a very, very, very subtle cut crease situation just with powder. And then I will go in and kind of accentuate it a little bit more with some concealer and some light eyeshadow. So that's about it. And then I'm going to go back in with my bronzer brush and diffuse it and make sure it's like subtle enough. You don't want this color to be too warm, which is why I really like this bronzer shade, because it's not super warm or orangey. Next, what I'm going to do is take my concealer that I used to prime my eyelids with. This is the Wet n Wild Photofocus concealer in the shade Light Honey. And I'm just going to take a teeny tiny little brush. This one is super thin. This is the Ulta Beauty Flat Concealer Brush. And I'm going to take a little bit of that, and I use this brush for every single one of my cut creases. And I'm not exaggerating this cut crease too much. Sometimes I will take my cut creases way higher, but you do want to make sure to take it higher than your natural crease if you do have hooded eyes. For example, this is where my natural crease is, and I am taking it this much higher. I hope that makes sense. I'm also going to make sure to bring this shade all the way like into the inner corner here, because we are accentuating the inner part of the eye to make it that cat eye effect. You just kind of want to pat this shade in. Definitely don't go overboard. If you go overboard with this shade or this concealer, it will definitely get like patchy. You can see this eye kind of did that and kind of like cracked a little bit because I went in with too much product. And because when you layer like a wet product and then a dry product and then a wet product and then powder, it can do that. So just be very mindful of using very little concealer here, because I am not going with a shimmer shade, I'm going to go with a matte shade. So I want to make sure to not accentuate anything kind of funky, you know? So next I'm going to take the shade Polite. Again, that is the nice matte white. And I'm basically just going to set this. This shade can get super bright white if you let it and you build it up. So you can really choose your intensity here. And I'm just kind of like patting it in. And then out here I'm kind of swiping to, you know, create that like faux like crease and let everything blend together nicely. So something that I failed to do before doing this little inner corner situation is that I basically failed to highlight my inner corner. In Nikita's picture, her inner corner did have like a shimmer. So I'm going to go in with the shade Exclusive, which is like the shimmery white in this palette. And I'm going to pop it on this inner corner. I think this does make a huge difference. So you can also just use whatever face highlight you're using if it's light enough. I'm going to go ahead and do my lower lash line real quick. And I just took one brush. It is just like a stubby little flat definer brush. This is from the brand Luxie. It's the number 209 large shader brush. I got this in a boxy charm. And I'm going to take the same shade we were using, Oasis, and I'm going to run that one in the lower lash line. Again, I feel like this shade was a little orangey, so I applied that, and then I went in with the shade Cozy, which is, there's like two dark browns in this palette, but this one is like a more cool tone brown. And I just used very little of that to deepen that lower lash line up. So that's it. That's the lower lash line. Next, we're going to go ahead and pop on our eyeliner. I'm going to use a brown eyeliner. This is the LA Girl Perfect Precision Liner in the shade Brown. Wow, or how original. And I'm both putting this on the bottom waterline and the top. Oh my, you know, this is what happens with makeup all the time. Like, this is just makeup for you. I feel like the way that makeup works is like you're constantly just fixing mistakes that you've made. So I'll fix this. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I kind of fixed it. You can still see that it's a little darker, but whatever. So next what we're going to do is pop on some eyeliner. This is really important. I wanted to make sure this was a matte eyeliner. So this is the CoverGirl Major Matte Black Eyeliner in the shade 320. It's just like a super black, super matte eyeliner. I'm going to try to get this wing as even as possible, but basically whenever I do a wing on myself or a client, I like to make sure that I start at the bottom lash line and I kind of just go upwards. And like you can see that my eye crease is here, so I want to make sure that it goes underneath that crease as well. So here is the crease I'm talking about, and you want to make sure to do this with your eye relaxed so that you're not like, and then it looks completely different. So I think that looks really good actually. I honestly haven't done makeup or eyeliner in a long time, so I was like, fingers crossed, you know? Also, I noticed in Nikita's look, she had a pretty thick eyeliner, so I'm making sure to replicate that as well. Like the part on the top of her eye was pretty thick. And then for the inner corner, you want to make sure that your product, like your felt tip or what eyeliner, whatever you're using, doesn't have too much product. And then you're following the top of your lash line and flicking inward. This can be very tricky, and honestly it can get like out of hand very quickly as well, so you have to be very subtle and careful and just be patient and practice. See, like this one is way thicker than this one, so. Okay guys, I think I've done it. So that is pretty much the eyeshadow and everything complete on this look. I'm just going to pop on some mascara. I'm going to be using the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. By no means do you need a high-end mascara. I actually bought this for $10 on sale at Ulta. And basically you're going to just want to pick a really nice black mascara and coat your lashes really well. If you're going to not use falsies, which you definitely don't have to for this look because the eyeshadow is so subtle, make sure to apply most of the mascara or product or whatever at the end of your lashes so that it, you know, elevates this part of your eye. So make sure to coat them all like I have done here, but then on the outer corner you want to accentuate the most product. Okay guys, so while my lashes are drying, I want to go ahead and just do my lips. I don't know why I like haven't had this much makeup on in forever, and I'm really excited about lips right now. So I was swatching some lip liners. I know they kind of all look the same, but for sure this one is like the most nudie brown. And like has the exact undertone of what I wanted. And surprise, surprise, it's my favorite lip liner that I like literally use all the time. It's like a little nub now. But it's also super affordable. This is the LA Girl Perfect Precision Lip Liner in the shade Cafe. I love it. It like just complements my skin really nicely, and it actually looks very similar to what Nikita has on in the photo. So I'm just gonna line my lips real quick. Also, she has a very like pouty situation happening, so I'm gonna try to mimic that. And basically what I'm doing to mimic that is that I'm going to overline my lips, but only in specific areas. So I'm gonna overline right here towards the like top part of my lip and on the bottom, so my lips, instead of looking elongated, look kind of like this, you know? So my lips actually start here, but I've already gone underneath it. And then right around like here, I'm gonna start like, instead of going over, I'm gonna bring it really close to my like natural lip line. I actually have a little lunar mole, whatever you wanna call it, on my lip, like literally on it. So my lip liner actually covers it up perfectly. I think it's so funny. And then I have one over here that like falls right outside of the line. Okay, I actually think I did a pretty solid job, so I'm gonna leave it alone. She also did have a glossy lip on. So I'm going to start with the Wet n Wild Eye Shine Brilliance lipstick in the shade Close Off. I'm obsessed with these lipsticks now. This is like the glossy version. They have a matte one as well. And then I'm gonna go in with this lip gloss. This is the So Juicy Colourpop lipstick, literally, or lip gloss. It's literally like worn off. And this one is in the shade She's Here. Okay guys, lashes are on. I literally completely forgot about it. And just gonna pop on this lip gloss. I love this lip gloss, honestly. I've used it so often. I don't know how I'm like completely not out of it. So that is pretty much the face complete, but obviously we don't have like blush or highlight or anything like that. So I want to go ahead and pop that on. And I think I'm just kind of gonna go with my preferences here. She does seem to have a lot of blush, and it kind of goes like this. And she also has a little fake mole right here, and it's really cute because I actually do have a mole here. So I'm gonna go ahead, and when I'm finished, I'm going to take my brown eyeliner and pop that on as well. But the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of spritz my face and make sure that all of the like powder products on my skin sink in. Actually, right before that, I'm going to go ahead and apply some blush. This is the Lorac Blush in the shade Aura. She definitely had a lot of blush, like she had a blush moment. She didn't have too much highlight, but she had a ton of blush. So I'm going to do like an initial blush with this, kind of going upwards like this, like she did. Real cute. Okay, cool. I'm also using a duo fiber kind of brush for that. And I'm going to set my face. This is the NYX First Base Priming Spray, but I'm using it as a setting spray, just to make sure my skin is like not super dry. I'm also going to make sure to highlight my nose. Nikita always has a super snatched nose, so we want to replicate that. So I'm just going to pat my nose with my beauty sponge. By the way, this is the Hailey's Beauty sponge. I'm actually like wearing some of the Hailey's Beauty face products right now, guys. So y'all got to see this video. It's going to be up as well. And I'm just doing a little dot at the center of my nose and then a little line. You know, got to make that nose look snatched. I'm also going to take, this is the Revolution Pro Glow 2 highlighting palette, and I'm also going to take this like champagne-y highlight right here, and this is going to be my highlight. She did have highlight on, but like it really wasn't a lot, so I'm making sure to not add a ton. Normally, if you guys like watch my videos, I do a ton of highlight, but we're trying to keep it a little more subtle today. So I'm going to go ahead and actually set my face one more time, and then I'm going to apply a little bit more. Actually, I'm going to apply blush now. I don't think I want to use the same one. I think I'm going to go with this one. This is in the shade Mellow Wine. This is more of a peachy but like nude blush from Wet n Wild. And I'm actually going to use a blush brush for this and apply it like in that upward motion to mimic what Nikita had going on. There's something so therapeutic about like spraying your face at the end of your makeup. Let me know if you guys agree. I really think so. And then I'm going to go ahead and like add my little mole back. I think it's really cute that I already have it. So I'm just going to like accentuate it. Okay guys, so this is the end of the look. Let me know what you think. I'm going to pop the photo back in right here. Let me know what you guys think and like how I compared to Miss Nikita. I honestly think I did a pretty good job at replicating most of the things and like really paying attention to detail with the look, and even like the little mole. I think honestly it's such a classic look. Like I think this is almost a bridal look. Even if you wanted to like take away this part right here, like the little inner corner cat eye, it's a beautiful look. It's very blushing, beautiful, feminine. It's beautiful. I can't say that enough. Obviously I'm just wearing like a t-shirt because like I'm not going anywhere. We're in quarantine. Like I don't know, I think it's funny sometimes like trying to get dressed up for the camera when I'm like just chilling in my house, you know. But I really hope you enjoyed this look. Let me know if there's any other like celebrity looks you want me to recreate. I will definitely try my hand at it, you know. Definitely like getting inspiration from other people is something that I love to do. So let me know if you guys want me to recreate any looks that you've seen. You can always DM them to me on Instagram at GlowNikki. And yeah guys, I really hope you enjoyed this little tutorial, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.